So the first thing you want to do is unplug this wire and put it aside. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so I can post more videos. That would help a bunch. And let's get started. So what I did is remove this cover, which had one screw in it. I removed it. This popped out with this. And looks like it's a motor problem. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna use this tool. I think it's size 8, but I will write it down. You'll see what size to remove this. It might be a different size than yours, but I think that's what mine is. So once this ring got loose, move it out of the way. Okay, there's 2 wires. One, it's probably sitting like this, but one that goes to the bottom, red, on this thing. And the other one goes also, it's like a red pink, goes on this thing right here. And you just either try to pull it. If it doesn't work, use a flathead or something to this comes off. And there's one more right here. And there you go, those 2 wires, just like this. And this pipe. I think it'll be easier if I take also this rubber piece off. Make it easier. And then just wiggle. Actually, maybe you don't have to take the other one out. Just this one, that just should be fine, and that's how you take the motor off. Actually, there's one more. I think it's a ground wire or something, the green one. You also have to take that off. Okay, what do you need for this is, for mine it's 5/16. I have this, mine's not too tight, so I'm able to unscrew it. Just like that. Make sure you don't lose this nut. Just like that. There it is. Take this green one off. And then what I would do is, if you don't have the motor yet, put the nut back just a little bit so you don't lose it. And before you take everything off, make sure you remember where it goes or take a picture of it. And yeah, and the motor comes off. So I got a new motor. Let's open it up. This is what it looks like. New one. And let's get started. So mine came with the pipe, but I have my old one here already set up. So all I'm gonna do is just tighten this. If you loosen this part, tighten this. I use 5/16. And then I'll just get rid of this one. I'll keep this thing, but just get rid of the pipe. Looks like it went all in. How much it needs to. Then I set this up. Tighten this up with 5/16. It's all nice and tight. Then I'll drop this inside here so it matches. Actually, what you want to do is probably, so it's leveled. It's kind of twisted right now. So it's leveled. Loosen one of these. That way you can move. So it's loose. Once it's loose, you can move this pipe around. Just leave it loose so you can move it how it should be. Make sure it's straight, flat. That should be good. Once it's flat like that, hold it against it. Now you can tighten this up. So the wires, how I showed how I took them off, the green goes to this, and the closer one goes to here, and this one, the way on the back, goes on the bottom here, on the bottom in there. So I put my nut right here so I wouldn't lose it. All you gotta do is take it out. And that's where you're gonna plug in the green one. Green wire. Plug it in. Make sure it's out of the way. And tighten it. I won't be able to reach it with this tool. So I'm just gonna tighten it like this. I've noticed I use 11/32, but your nut may be different. And it looks like it's a locking nut. Shouldn't go anywhere. Looks like nice and tight. So next thing, what you want to do is plug in this wire that's coming from this side. Just make a small loop. That's how it was before. Just leave it there and plug it in right here on top. Make sure right there. Make sure it's all the way in. Nice and tight. And that looks like that is in. And then you take this one, that's from this side. You loop it in here. And plug in the bottom. Right underneath this black one. So this one all the way to the bottom, how you took it off, and the one that's black one right here, you loop it, plug in right here, and the green one here, and make sure you tighten. And that should be it. My new one came with this part. I believe somebody else replaced it and never put the old one back in there. That's so it holds the motor in place, so it doesn't vibrate as much. Make sure everything's plugged in, everything's tight in it. What you want to do is install this one first, like this. Just like that. This goes this way, and the cover goes over. But I'm gonna show you something else. If it doesn't start, I'll show you something else. Just don't forget to do that. I'll show you at the end of the video. So just make sure it's leveled, and then you slowly tap on each side, and that should be good. And then line up the hole for the screw. You don't have to do over tight, just like snug, and that should be good. And what you want to do is plug it in, and then if you plug it in and it's not working, there's like a little reset button right there. You just have to push on that. I'm gonna test mine. So I did plug in mine and turn on the vacuum inside, and it's not working. So what you want to do is push this reset button, and it should work. There you go. The reset button. Now it's vacuuming. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.